Okay, so what's happening here, people? I'm using a different camera. I think this is the one I dropped. Obviously, I've got the light on. I don't know. Hold on a minute. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken it to my other computer with a different screen, because the last time I did this, which was yesterday, I noticed there might be something wrong with the screen, or I had the camera on various books and whatnot, so whether it was slightly on an angle itself like that, I don't know. This is a little more, what is it called? Straight thinking, right? Trying to, I have, just to show you, this is what I did last night. You see all that? This is pretty much frame by frame, right? What is it opening up in? This is a media player that I downloaded off the internet to open up all these different files that I'm working on. Right? This is at a different angle, people. What you're hearing is the handyman. There's two of them. Yay! They're working downstairs in the kitchen. I'm so happy. We're gonna get on it and get the gutters fixed. I said to the guy, I said, you gonna fix the gutters, right? He kind of looks at me and smiles and shakes his head. Right? Anyway, what we're looking at is this in here, right? This is, you didn't see this with the last one, because this is a cell phone, and the person who was taking the video was moving around, so it captured ShaMay's face at different angles. And because I went frame by frame, right, in terms of these clips, right? Yeah, I don't know why that's there. Oh, it's always something, isn't it? Always something. Why do I have that down there? I don't know. So why don't we just take that out and there we go. So what we want to look at, and obviously the video, again, the lighting in the room was obviously low, because you can see, right? And because of that, this is what you get. I'm looking to see what I can do here. I don't know. Right. So what we're going to do first is we're going to zoom in with the camera. This is the one I think I dropped outside. And we want to look at her mouth. This here is not normal. This is her skin, her jaw, her face, pulling off her skull, people. And you're seeing it from a different angle. And you're going to see how her mouth is. This is supposedly her upper lip. And then you can see how far down it's stretching out. Right? And because this is just a picture that I pulled up just to show you. Alright. Okay. Oh, Lord. down here. I'll take this one. Zoom by 5 and zoom by 5. Very dark. Looks like I'm too far away. Or too close, I should say. Maybe I need to come back. This is her mouth right here, people. This is what I want you to see. Right, if we go closer.
I'll go.
Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, people. As I'm moving along, I am experimenting with this program. This is her mouth. These are the tubes. There's 1, 2, 3, and whatever this is, because it's not going into her nose. However, I want you to notice this right here. Because I will show you in a different picture underneath her nose a similar situation where it's dark. So I did this. Let's just brighten it a bit more. I'm obviously holding the camera. Let's just see what we get. It's still there. It's right in here. But look what happens when I brighten it. You see that? And then what we'll do is we will zoom by 1. No, let's go back to normal viewing. There. That's the normal viewing with me lightening that video. Okay. Now I'm just going to zoom in this way. It is impossible for anyone that is alive to hold their mouth like that. It is impossible, people. Completely impossible. So, what would happen if I brightened it a bit more? Oops. I installed a Corel Draw 8 3D creator. I was having such a hard time. Right. I don't really like it at 50%. But we'll just zoom. I'll just take the zoom tool. Alright. I think 50% is too light, so we'll bring it back to 40. Right. Bring it to 30. See, what happens is after you've done something, right? Like we'd have to go undo, undo, undo. There we go. That one's better. I like that one a little better. Yeah, no, this camera can't handle it either. I'm pretty sure I dropped it. So we're still on Zoom. Okay, and everything moves. So what we're doing is we're looking in here. Obviously I'm looking through the screen. This is this rubber I was talking about yesterday. And you want to see what's underneath it. The closer you get, the more you begin to see. But you also begin to see the pixels. Sorry, that's me holding it like that. Currently I have lights on. If anything, the people that are thumbing down these videos because they can't help themselves, as if they can't go somewhere else and go do something. If this annoys you, no, that's too bad. This is as far as it will go. We're just going to go closer and see what happens. Doesn't seem to do anything. That's just one big blur. Go back to the original picture. Normal viewing. There is the viewing. So what we can do... Oops. Yesterday was a little better. Right, so here, we're gonna go and we're gonna just darken it a bit. Bring it down to 25. It actually lightened. This line here, you can see it goes right up in behind their rubber. There's the fault line. It goes like this. Right. Color balance. I don't know what the color balance should be. Highlights. Alright. And then we're going to take it on the same day, April 17th, but it's at a different angle. Right? Because the camera was moving. Oops, alright. Oops. I don't think that's what I wanted to do. Oh my God. April 17th. That's her hairline. Alright, if we go closer with the camera. See, you have to do it this way. Otherwise you don't see nothing. Eyebrows. I'm just taking it right up. That's not working. Now you see, I think I'm going to have to take it to the other program. Save it. Well, it's already saved. But take the program and change the actual contrast of it, like I did with the other ones, assuming that I can remember how to do it. Right? There's that. You can see it's right in there. It's right underneath her nose. She has it in a different picture too. Alright. And then that's her mouth. And when you look at it, let's see. Now I have a lot of lights burning in here, so I don't know. Let's see if I turn off this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start a new one. We're not saving this one. New image. It says 300 by what? 300? Is that? I don't know. Obviously, you create your own image. So close this. No. And all we want to do is just open an image. And it will come up with its own. You see? With its own dimensions. I can center this down. See, when you have the camera on an angle, which I did, see now that line up on top, this one here is straight. So when you see it going like that, it's because I have the camera turned on an angle. So we want it as straight as we can make it, which is about there. Alright, and then we want to center the picture. And I can just go like that. And then we want to zoom. I can just use the zoom tool and click it once. And then I have to bring it back into frame. This is a different picture. Again, the person who took the video was moving, so you can see what's going on here. You can see it's changed. We'll zoom in one more time. All right. I mean, we've already done all the tubes and everything, so I'm looking more at the mouth people to show the deformity of it. Okay? You can clearly see it's deformed. And then if we lighten it just by a bit, what happens? You can see her lip right in here, and then it looks like something's been shoved in her mouth in terms of the dimensions, because here it's stretching out. And that's why you got that skin pulling. Right? I'm starting to see the pixels as I'm zooming in. I don't know how to fix that. Negative image. What is that? Well, we don't need that. Back to normal. And then we'll just zoom in one more time. And then it just kind of gets all, I don't know, kind of defeating what we're trying to do here. Different program. This one might respond better with the other program because I'm getting a lot of pixels in here just from doing what I'm doing. Right. So let's exit out of that one. We'll bring up a new one. I'm just picking them randomly. We need to brighten it a bit, I would think. Right. See, I don't know what solarized means. I don't know. Let's see. What did it do? See, if I turn the camera, remember that it doesn't, I should be going like that. Versus going like that, I should be going like that. I don't know what I was looking at there, but, oh, no. I was just basically trying to go kind of frame by frame, just to see. And I wanted to look at the eyelashes, but it's too hard to brighten it. So what does contrast mean? I don't even know what it means, so we'll just put it at 20 and see what happens with it a little brighter. Well, in this case, there we go. Bring this down. Got a little bigger. Keep it as straight as I can. I need another book. There we go. It's sitting on a book. So nothing is really level here, but that's pretty good. Right, again, you can see it pulling in here. What would happen if I zoomed in? Yeah, it just gets dark and blurry. That doesn't work. And we don't know how it's going to upload, do we? No, we do not. There we go. So we'll just zoom in one time. Bring it up over here. I think you get my point. Obviously, all this in here is your, this here is your tongue. This is her upper lip. And this is her lower lip, which is going this way. Here it's pulling. Right. I'm going to end it very soon here. Just going to brighten it a bit more. Because you can see it clearer. Here's her actual lip itself. Oh, it's hard to do this, people. Okay, because obviously her tongue. This is the corner of her mouth. Her mouth is being stretched open, but it's not being stretched open. What's happening, people, is her jaw is falling off. Here's her actual lip. See, now this is not so bad because you're starting to see those corpuscles again. But I'm seeing it from the camera perspective. Right. That's a tube. And because we're getting closer into the mouth, where they can't cover it up with makeup, you can see what's happening here. So since the camera is picking this up, we'll just go up this way and see what else we can see. There's that eyelash right there. See, it's showing the same, like before with that other one. Getting up into her hairline. Give the camera a minute. I'm not using zoom. What I'm doing, I'm just bringing the camera up to the screen. It seems to handle it better. It doesn't like to be really zoomed in. That's that eyelash. Obviously her mouth. This is their tube. You can see this one. Where is it? Where's my mouse? You can see this one. Goes into her mouth with that little red thing, so. Okay. You have to remember, this is at a different angle because the cell phone was moving. I just tried to take a paint shop, frame by frame. Okay, let's try and zoom in. See, doesn't work. There's that spot under her nose. It is right. Where is it? Oh, I can't see it in this picture. Different picture, right? Different angle. For every angle, you see something different. See, this is a different camera, right? No. Okay. Anyway, I don't know how to clear that up. We don't want layers. Histogram. What is this? I don't know what this means. Oops. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to open up a new one more, and then we want to get image. Oh, come on, man. File. Open. And we'll just take that one. Again. And we'll just brighten it, and then we're going to end it on that. All right. Obviously, I'm using the camera. I'm just going to move a little closer. Obviously, you're seeing the pixels. bump. You can see it in this one here. Where are we? Right here, people. And off to the right there, with a different video I've already done, I noticed bruising. In her autopsy report, they tried to say she hadn't been hit on the head. That's what they said. So if she wasn't hit on the head, oops, sorry. What is this? I'll show it to you in other pictures as well. When I was doing this, I was trying to get this eyelash as best as I could. What is that, people? Is that an eyelash? Let's give it a second, see what happens. Nope. Not working. Where are we? There we are. I'll just go closer. If I blow up the picture, it just gets more blurry. But if I leave it like this, that's her eye socket, people, with an eyelash in it. Well, this one looks like that. So we'll just go closer with the camera. It's hard to hold still. This is her eyebrow, and this supposedly is supposed to be her eyeball with an eyelash. Just pull back. Okay, I'd have to move back further. Looks like an eye cap to me. Don't you think that's awfully strange? It looks like something a cartoon would have. Do you see that, people? I'll just pull back. It does better this way if I do it like this. Do you see that? I'll move closer. Trying to move very slow. How does that look like an eye? Just gonna keep going, okay? It's her nose. What intrigued me were these eyelashes. Whatever is going on with that eyeball is dark, for one thing, and very swollen. Looks like a ball. If I zoom in, it doesn't like it. It picks up the pixels. If I leave it like that and just move in without the zoom on, it seems to do better. And there we can start seeing the skin because we're getting close up to it, right? Like I'm almost right on the computer with the lens of the camera. And that's why we can see what we can see. Okay, what is that? That's her nose. That's her nose. That's their nostril. Now we're getting into her lip area. That's inside the mouth. And again, do you see it glowing? Where's my little mouse? Yeah. Can't see it. Anyway. That's the crease of her mouth. Okay, that's the crease, the corner. Clearly you can see something there. And then you see how her lip starts to look like that, and then we go out off the frame. And of course, because I moved the camera, so what I'll do is I'll just pull back. Do you see? So now we're going to go closer. This is where it's stretching. Okay. You can clearly see that. Okay, I'm not done yet. I took a different picture. I went into a negative contrast just to see what I would get. You can see this is a different frame of the video. Notice the tubes. Those ones must be the ones coming in from the back, going down this way, people. Okay, now you have to remember, they couldn't get into her veins on her arms, even though there was poke marks all over them with shit leaking out of them when I first walked in, because they said that her blood had turned to water. And then they went into her jugular vein, which I will show you, and I can prove, that ended up leaking red crap. I wouldn't call it blood. And then by the 19th of April, it was like very swollen, and they couldn't hide it. So we're just, I'm shaking. We're just doing this again. Did I zoom in on it before? I don't remember. I'll just zoom in. One. Let me just move this over a bit. Look at these tubes. Oops. Keep the camera straight. Sorry, wandering eye. Trying to do all these things at one time with bad eyesight. Okay, this is what we want to look at. So in here, in this case, you can definitely see her eyebrow here. Okay. In another clip, this was in the way, but here we've got it pretty much isolated. And you can see that it far outweighs whatever, right? Now, mind you, the camera is moving, so there may be some shadowing in there. Maybe. Okay. So what we can do is we can get rid of the auto brightness, and we can just go back and do what we did before. Because we're trying to compare these eyelashes. Alright. Now, I am going to move this because I see a little white dot, and I don't know if that's on my computer screen. Yeah, that was my computer screen. You can see that little white dot moving for whatever reason. So what we'll do is we'll get it out of that frame somehow, and we'll bring it down here so we don't have it interfering with what we're looking at. Okay. I'm not on Zoom. This is Zoom. I'm just on normal. But I'm going to move in very, very slowly because that's when we can start to see her skin. Just pull back a little bit. What happened if I zoomed in? Let's go real close. See what happens. And I'm going to zoom out. Now, you can see the ball. Sorry, wandering eye. And then we'll go back into this. Yeah, and we're gonna just bring it back to normal. Again, I don't know how these things work. And we'll just brighten it a bit more. We'll put it at 40. See if that makes a difference. That's her eyebrow. And that's that funky eyelash. Right? And then this is the color of the video. Which you can start to see her skin more so. Well, normal viewing. That's the normal viewing for this clip. Okay, so different picture. I'm using paint on Windows 7. This one here, you can zoom in on. Right? See, now we've got something interfering with her other eye there. Right? So we'll just look. So dark. This on paint, I don't think you can't change the hue on it. All you can do is really zoom in on it. The one on Windows 10 has even less features. That's what I'm noticing about these Windows programs that are coming out with these new computers that don't have floppy disk drives and or not floppy disk, but you know, CD-ROM drives to read actual programs, right? Like this, for example, right? They're phasing out these things because they're wanting you to pay. And they're giving you less services as they're making you pay for them. That's what I'm noticing as an old dinosaur computer user that doesn't want to have to go on some app on Windows, Microsoft, whatever web page and purchase you know, a 1-year subscription for a program that that you should be able to continue to use 17 years later because you have the disc, right? Color picker, I don't know. Again, this is just your basic paint. So, I don't know. Didn't really get me anywhere. I don't even out. There we go. Again, pay attention to that. I'll bring it into frame right there. That one's what you call a slam dunk. Yep.